Ready? You can never, ever trust a white man.
Can you say it
If
one
I
more
were
time?
you, I would never trust a white man. Don't ever trust a white man.
Thank you for that. You said one more time.
Shalom, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Wadash, and double honor to the apostles and others, Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, brother Atazawan for the Great Millstone here in St. Louis. We're going to jump into a quick lesson here. All right, we saw that beginning clip, right, of what appeared to be so-called white man, right, who says what? Never trust a white man, right? All right. And I can't remember, Salaki, I can't remember where I got that clip from, what brother had put that up. So, Salakia for that. But let's go on and get into the lesson now. I've inserted the first scripture, okay, from Habakkuk, all right, which talks about some of the characteristics of the so-called white man in this day and age, okay, and some of the things that they're known for throughout history, right? And this is how we can pinpoint that this is Esau, Edom, and that the earth was given into their hands, and that they had rulership, going back even as far as to the Greeks, all right, and then to the ancient Roman times, and period of time where they fell off, right? And then later came back into power during the Renaissance period of the 13th century or so, somewhere thereabouts, right? And have been in that power seat ever since, okay? But their characteristics of that of being totally opposite of what Jake is, right? And that is a man without compassion, that spills innocent blood, that loves to take things that doesn't belong to him, right? That loves to lie, right? Steal and cheat. That's their history, okay? And it talked about that shameful spewing in that first scripture, all right? And then at the very end of that clip, the clip is only like, 10 seconds long or something of that nature, you know, you see the scripture of never trust thine enemy, all right? But let's go down a few verses, and it says here in verse 12, set him not by thee, and that him is talking about this devil, right? Esau, Edom, okay? All right. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember thy words and be pricked therewith, right? Because they're looking always to overthrow you, right? When it comes to a position of power or authority, all right? And you see that even on your modern day jobs, you know, Esau be working with Jake, and, you know, somehow or another, if Esau came in behind Jake, right, and may not be highly qualified or highly skilled, next thing you know, Esau is your boss, okay? After you done trained him and gave him his knowledge, then he jumps over you, all right? That's just an example, okay? This is why, you know, you don't set him by you, especially if you're, you know, in a position of authority, all right? Now, we got a few scriptures. We don't have that many. We just, you know, go through them. This is not meant to be a very long lesson, all right? So we know that this devil, you know, is running out of time, okay, all right? And that he's pressed, okay? And even in that, and his wickedness, there are those of his own kind who express themselves with some form of truth, all right, about understanding who they are and what their background is about, as you saw with that older man in the clip, right? It says, never trust the white man, all right? So this is Psalm 64:8, and it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see him shall flee away, right? So they're at that point, right, where they're beginning to tell, right, the things that they're aware of, the things that they know about all those folks who are at the top, right, and who's actually running this world, okay? And so they've got their own kind who's coming out and talking about it, you know. And this man of perdition is revealed in this day. All right. And some things at a point in time were a mystery. All right. But we're living in a time where all things are being revealed. All right. So we go back to Daniel 7 just quickly and get a couple of verses out of here. Daniel 7:23, it says, "Thus he said, the fourth beast," which is what we're living in now, "shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces," right? And you look at this structure that they have, and you just look at the military might of this man now, who can go throughout the earth and had been going throughout the earth, breaking down nations, all right? Verse 24, "And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and shall subdue 3 kings." All right, and of course America is coming out of Great Britain. All right, would later come out of Great Britain. Right. Verse 25, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High." And don't they speak nothing but blasphemy here? All right, in the Western Hemisphere or in America, Babylon the Great. Right. You can change yourself from a man to a woman to a man. You could be a trans. You could be whatever it is you want to be. Okay, these are all blasphemous things. All right, against the Most High. Okay, changing the laws, as it's going to go on and say, "And shall wear out the saints of the Most High." Are we not tired, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? You can't get a leg up, right? You can't push forward, you know, and get your little room, get your little space, build up enough of a so-called nest egg, if you will. But Esau sure can, right? They can build up wealth. They can build up real estate wealth. They could build up financials as they were, right? They could play in the stock market, all these different types of things. But Jake, not you, okay? And primarily because you're still under the curses, all right? So we're worn out every single day just to get our daily bread, just to keep a roof over our head, okay? Just enough. Your job today pays you just enough not to quit. All right. We'll start again in verse 25. "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws." All right. Had they not done that, this was supposed to have been a Christian land, but yet everything that they passed here, okay, as far as laws are concerned, are against what the Holy Scriptures say. All right. "And they shall be given into his hand until the time and times, and the dividing of times." And how many years have they been in power here? Okay. And we'll go on to Isaiah, and let's start at the top here. It's Isaiah 25:1, and it reads, "O Lord, Yahweh, thou art my power. I will exalt thee, I will praise thy name, for thou hast done wonderful things. Thy counsels of old are faithfulness and truth. For thou hast made of a city an heap, of a defense city a ruin. A palace of strangers shall be no city, it shall never be built. Therefore shall the strong people glorify thee, the city of the terrible nations shall fear thee. For thou hast been a strength to the poor, a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat, when the blast of the terrible ones is as a storm against the wall. Thou shalt bring down the noise of strangers as the heat in a dry place, even the heat with the shadow of a cloud. The branch of the terrible ones shall be brought low. And in this mountain shall the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, make unto all people a feast of fat things, a feast of wines of the lees, of fat things full of marrow, of wine on the lees will refine. He will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. And Esau's kingdom is fallen now, right? And the Israelites will soon rejoice because the kingdom of the Lord is coming. All right. But this man in his governments, in his mountains, okay, in his hills and so forth, because it's metaphorically speaking, all right, has brought out a covering cast or used the covering cast against all people and nations, all right, to prop themselves up as what? The people of the Lord, right? They fooled everybody with that. They fooled everybody with the paintings, right, of the ancient paintings, right, knowing that those iconic pictures that are in the walls of Hungary, Poland, Russia, Turkey, all right, are all what? Pictures of Israelites, okay? And they whitewashed everything, you see, and made themselves to be honorable, pure, right? Which is where they got the term white from, okay? Let's go on. This is Job 13:4, and it says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." Okay, what I want to do here, let's try the let's see what the NIV says quickly. All right, it says, "You, however, smear me with lies. You are worthless physicians, all of you." Not so much that version. Let's try this version. It says, "As for you," here it is, verse 4, "you whitewash with lies." And that's what the white man has done. The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. He's whitewashed the history of the Israelites, right? He said that the 12 tribes were quote unquote lost, right? Didn't tell you that he reclassified them here in America, okay? And put up nothing but lies. "As for you, you whitewash with lies, worthless physicians are you all." Okay? Your so-called, let's take it if we go take it a step further, you so-called teachers, you doctors of lies, right? You doctors of philosophy, of education, you've lied to the people. You've brought up 6 or 7 generations on nothing but lies as to who you are and who they are. All right. Let's go to John chapter 8, verse 44. And even though Yahushua was really cursing out the hypocrites of our own nation, this can be applied also to Esau, Edom, because he's nothing but a liar. Okay. And his father is Satan, basically, in terms of spiritually. All right. Verse 44, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it." Right? So that wicked spirit, right, of Satan jumped on Cain, later came back into Esau, right, and then down the generations, all right, of the children of Edom, okay? This is why that man has no problem going around the world murdering innocent people, okay? Because why? The earth was given to him for a certain dispensation of time, for a certain period of time, as it were, all right? Job 9:24 says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof," right? Which is well known already, all right? That is known as iconoclasm, okay? If not, where and who is he, right? And if he's not the one that's doing it, then who's doing it, okay? They're the ones who painted the Sistine Chapel, right? They're the ones who painted the finger of God in Adam. Okay, everything is white. They're the ones who made all of these statues of all these quote unquote Greek gods. Okay, and even took some of the prophets and made statues of them and made them with that Greek look. Okay, And they were able to do that because they are in control of the earth at this point in time. Their kingdom is coming down now, right? To the point that their own people are spilling the beans on them, right? And we'll get this last scripture. We'll end it, all right? Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time, right? And so his time is short. He's got to bring his full arsenal, okay, which includes, all right, the MOTB. You know, we got to mention it, all right, because this thing is heavily on the table. It's heavily mentioned even in the daily news now. All right, you're starting to see all types of newscasters and news stations starting to report on what they call the digital wallet, right? Trying to make it sound like some great scientific technological wonder, all right, to get you all hyped up for it. You know, you'll no longer have to use your debit card or your credit cards or carry your keys or any of those. Like, look how wonderful this is. All right, it's going to lead you to destruction. Okay, matter of fact, let's get my mind is at a blank right now. Salakia. Revelation 13:16 and 17. All right, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, so that mark is that RFID that they want to implant everyone in, or else they're going to kick you out of their society and put you in some kind of concentration camp. All right, and give you an ultimatum. Okay. Let's go on to verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right? They want to put that barcode in you, okay, so that they can track your every move. They can track how much you get paid, when you got paid, did you pay your taxes, when's the last time you went to the grocery store, how did you travel, where did you travel, with whom did you travel with, right? So that they can watch over you, okay? And if you run afoul or any of their legal policies, man, they can come after you, okay? And if you take this thing, all right, you're going to be destroyed, okay? So pretty much that's it. Just wanted to drop a quick lesson, all right, since I saw that little clip. And nothing could be more true than to never trust, right, a so-called white man. Now here I'm going to, at the end of this, I'll put in just another little clip of a young artist who painted a picture, right, and you'll see it at the very end, okay, because the truth is out, all right, and there are those who are picking up on all the cues of the Hebrew Israelites, right, and the teachings, right, starting with our head apostles here, Great Millstone, the elders and the bishops and so on and so forth, right, all the way down the line, okay, and even like-minded brothers who are out there preaching this truth, all right, of the gospel. It's spreading all across the world, all right, and that even what you would think a regular Jake, you know, with an artistic expression, you know, shows it in a particular painting that I'll just insert it right here at the end, all right? So with that, I'll end the lesson. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Shalom.